जब आपने फर्स्ट कैट का अटेम्प्ट दिया, आपने कितना टाइम प्रिपेयर किया था उस अटेम्प्ट के लिए?
मैंने पूरी तरह से तैयारी नहीं की थी. Although it was a longer span, but I knew I wasn't dedicated enough.
After the second CAT attempt, when you had converted IIM Kozhikode, and then you decided कि नहीं यार, I deserve more, I should skip this opportunity and I should look forward to the next one. How did your family react to it?
So my family had seen me preparing for CAT, and they knew how much effort I was putting in. So it came as a surprise to them.
Oh.
Because they were like, अब पैसे निकालने हैं फीस देने हैं. And I was like, नहीं मुझे पैसे नहीं चाहिए.
Okay.
Actually until I got a job from IESE, she was like, गलती कर दी थी उस दिन. Kozhikode का admit letter हाथ में था, चले जाना चाहिए था वहाँ पर.
Okay. Let's say that you have a chance to go back in the past. अगर आप वापस अपनी ज़िंदगी में जा सको at the moment you left IIM Kozhikode की call and other calls, will you still take a similar decision, the trajectory that you are doing right now, or would it be something different?
I would do exactly the same. I won't change any bit of it.
Hi Shreya, welcome to Quantifiers.
Hi sir, thank you for having me.
Shreya, before we deep dive into your career progression, how everything happened, just tell a little bit about yourself to our audience so that they know whom they are listening to.
So I'm Shreya Dhatwalia and I was born and brought up in Himachal. And my dad is an engineer, so I always knew I wanted to be an engineer like him. So I got an admission at Punjab Engineering College, and वहाँ पर I studied computer science engineering. And during my engineering final year, I guess, I came across Sahil sir and Quantifiers, and that's where my MBA journey actually started. My first attempt did not go as well as I planned it to be. So then I talked to sir and then we decided कि एक और attempt देना है. और उस attempt में I think I got 97 and I was able to convert all IIMs until IIM Kozhikode, except for the top 4 I didn't convert them. So that's how my MBA journey has been.
All right. So being an engineering from one of the good finest colleges of India, in fact, आपने work ex भी लिया था. How much was your work ex?
So I think at that time when I had the admit, it was close to 1.5 years.
1.5 years.
Yeah.
ठीक है. So जब आपने first CAT का attempt दिया, आपने कितना टाइम प्रिपेयर किया था उस अटेम्प्ट के लिए? That did not go as per the expectations. And then in the second year, what else did you do to reach 97?
So the first attempt, I'll say I was not as committed. It was the final year of my engineering for me, so I had a lot of distractions there. So if I have to look back, मैंने पूरी तरह से तैयारी नहीं की थी. Although it was a longer span, but I knew I wasn't dedicated enough.
Okay.
Second attempt, I think it was a span of 4 or 5 months.
Okay.
The difference was the consistency. I made sure I was putting in the hours every day despite having a job.
Shreya, after the second CAT attempt, when you had converted IIM Kozhikode, a college which is in fact a dream for many aspirants right now, and then you decided कि नहीं यार, I deserve more, I should skip this opportunity and I should look forward to the next one. It must have been a very difficult decision, right? How did your family react to it?
So my family had seen me preparing for CAT, and they knew how much effort I was putting in. So it came as a surprise to them.
Oh.
Because they were like, अब पैसे निकालने हैं फीस देनी है. And then I was like, नहीं मुझे पैसे नहीं चाहिए.
Okay.
So my mom, until I joined IESE, actually until I got a job from IESE, she was like, गलती कर दी थी उस दिन. Kozhikode का admit letter हाथ में था, चले जाना चाहिए था वहाँ पर.
Okay.
My dad, on the other hand, was very supportive. And truth be told, if I look back, I don't know where I got the courage from. I just took a leap of faith because something in me told me that I deserved more. So that's how it was.
So the leap of the faith is the main thing.
Yes. I think I trusted myself. That's what helped.
So Shreya, जब आपने सोचा कि CAT हो गया, Kozhikode छोड़ दिया हमने, opportunity चली गई, now we are aiming at the next thing and you have GRE in mind कि मैं GRE करूँगी. So how different was that GRE prep from CAT prep? Did the preparation for a CAT exam help you in somewhere in GRE also?
Honestly, not just GRE. It has helped me so far. Like अभी जब मैं job के लिए interviews दे रही थी, तब भी it helped me.
Okay.
But specifically for GRE, there's a lot of overlap. There's VARC and there's maths. So the maths is a mix of DILR and Quant. And CAT math is harder than GRE math. So GRE math was a cake-off walk for me,
Okay.
owing to this preparation.
All right.
Also, for the ARC, the RC sections, they are the same, more or less the same. You can replace the learning the head
Alright.
and there. So it helped me big time.
Okay.
Even for my interviews at ESA, consulting job, the math, it just was very natural to me.
So वहाँ पे भी आपके पास वो aptitude test proper वही aptitude flow होता है that you have to appear for aptitude test first. How was it?
Not exactly. It's more like I interviewed for consulting jobs.
Okay.
And a part of the interview is where you have to do math.
Oh, okay.
And
Guess estimates types.
Guess estimates, and also because there's a time pressure. So if you're good with mental math or you're smart with math, it just helps.
Yeah, got
So
it.
that really helped me because I didn't prepare for math during my interview prep.
Got
I
it.
prepared for the other bits. So I saved a lot of time there.
Got it. Shreya, once you were done with GRE, right, you had some colleges in sight कि ये colleges हैं जो मैं target करने वाली हूँ. कैसा था उनका इंटरव्यू प्रोसेस? क्योंकि आपने कैट के लिए भी इंटरव्यूज दिए हुए हैं, है ना, कोई के लिए, सबके लिए. तो वर द इंटरव्यूज फॉर अदर कॉलेजेस दैट यू आर टारगेटिंग डिफरेंट फ्रॉम व्हाट यू हैव बीन डूइंग फॉर कैट? How different or difficult were they, and what were the final outcomes or decisions and choices जिसके बाद आपने चूज किया कि IESE is something I want to go for?
So the interviews, they are similar and different.
Okay.
Similar in the sense the conventional questions, what are your strengths, introduce yourself, weaknesses, and all those behavioral questions. But what's different there is that they are trying to get the personality element out of you.
Okay.
Could be, so for instance, I was interviewing for Yale, and the interview started with what is one quote that you believe in and why does your life revolve around that. So
Okay.
they get to the gist of you. They want to know who you are rather than what your academics are. So
Got it.
there's an overlap, but there's a lot of difference as well.
Got it.
And the admits that I was able to manage were ESA, Barcelona, second HEC Paris, and third Yale.
Okay.
Yale School of Management. How I came about to ESA, that's everyone asks me because that's not an obvious first choice. HEC and ESA, both of them are in Europe. Yale is in US, so that's one big differentiator where you want to be. So I knew I didn't want to be in the US.
Okay.
And secondly, the money bit. Yale was around 2 or 2.5 times of what I paid at ESA.
Okay.
So I don't come from a lot of money, so that was a big element to it.
You'll be going to a lot of money now.
Yeah, that's a different story. Maybe my kids can study at Yale. But I wasn't in that position.
Okay.
But the major element that was a differentiator for me was I talked to people from all three schools.
Okay.
HEC didn't feel like where I had a natural connection to.
Okay.
ESA and Yale, I really bonded with the people that I talked to, and
Okay.
there was a sense of community in the college.
Got it.
So ESA, it was owing to money, connections, and the
Just the
location.
vibe.
Yeah, the vibe.
The
I think
vibe.
that matters.
That matters a lot. So Shreya, coming to the next question, what is that one or two things that you think that international MBA gave you in the sense of exposure, placement opportunities, culture diversity, or it could be anything, that you think that if you would have done your MBA from India, you wouldn't have got that thing, that particular X factor?
So there's two things. One is the access to a global network, which is missing from an Indian B school because majorly the cohort is all Indian or maybe some nearby countries. But ESA the school boasts that they have people from, I don't know, 80 nationalities or 90 nationalities. I used to live with somebody from Lithuania,
Okay.
a country that I didn't even know about before.
Okay.
So they say it in the MBA. Now I have a couch in all corners of the world to crash on. So that's one. And second, जब India में होते हो, तो it's because of the, I don't know, it's because of the geography or the conditions that we are in. The world is not open.
Okay.
But when I went there, it was more like I can go anywhere in the world for job, for travel, for anything. So now the world view has changed a lot. It's not just limited to India. I can do anything anywhere in the world.
Let's say that you have a chance to go back in the past. अगर आप वापस अपनी ज़िंदगी में जा सको at the moment you left IIM Kozhikode की call and other calls, will you still take a similar decision, the trajectory that you are doing right now, or would it be something different?
I would do exactly the same. I won't change any bit of it. because I feel like what I am today is a sum of whatever I have been through.
All right.
And it was a journey. And there were different things happening at different stages of my life that prompted me to be here.
Okay.
And I'm completely satisfied with what I did and what I have right now. So no changes.
No changes. All right. The next question for you is, since you told us that the students come from across 80 nationalities, and so I am assuming that there is a lot of culture exposure, lot of mix you are getting there. So how was your experience particularly?
Truth be told, I hadn't lived outside India before. It was the first time कि मैं India छोड़ के सीधा एक नई country, वो भी Barcelona, जहाँ I don't even speak the language. So initially it was hard, and also I was on the lower end of the spectrum in terms of age.
Okay.
I was, I think, second or third most youngest in the entire cohort.
And what is the average age?
It's around 29, 30.
Okay. Okay.
More like 30, I would say.
Just like people my age.
Yeah. But like when I entered, I was 25. So
Okay.
there was a huge gap, both in terms of the experiences you've had, and also people came in from diverse experiences. They had lived abroad. They had already had this change, what I was going through for the first time. And also they were coming in from different backgrounds, different countries. Initially it was overwhelming. I couldn't make sense of it. It was like एक छोटी सी जगह से रख के पता नहीं कुछ कहीं डाल दिया, and I was confused.
The world is the playground.
I didn't understand. I was like, I don't know what I did. And I was just, at that point I was regretting. I was like, what did I do to myself?
Okay.
But then every day was a challenge. And I somehow got through it. But to give people credit, everyone was very welcoming.
Okay.
And even though I wasn't feeling it at that point, everyone was going through the same emotions. So that helps you bond with each other.
Obviously.
And I would say it was a very good experience.
So Shreya, there must be a lot of different job domains to choose from: consultancy, product management, a lot of things. Why did you choose consultancy as a career option? And if we talk about the top Indian B schools, right, they offer you a starting package of exposure around 32 lakhs per annum. So when you compare with the global scenarios, how much difference is it? We understand that fees का भी बहुत difference होता है, but फिर भी give us just a ballpark measurement.
So I came in from product management. When I left my job at Goldman, I was a product manager. In that job, I felt like I could do much more than this. So I wanted to experiment with different industries. So consulting was a natural go-to option because you don't get tied to one project. In 1 year, you can do 4 projects, if not more. So that was what was shiny or enticing about consulting for me. So that's why I chose it. And in terms of packages, I would say, a lot of different factors come into picture. There's living cost difference, purchase power parity, all of that gets adjusted into the package. But there's a significant difference, and I'm going to Middle East.
Okay.
So Middle East is one of the major paying markets at this point. So the difference is huge.
You don't need to tell us the figure, but we understand that the difference is huge. All right, got it. So when we talk about the profile, it is one of the major evaluators when it comes to admission in India. 10th, 12th graduation, work extracurricular play a very important role. When we talk about the colleges in IIM League, how much profile is valued over there, right? And what are the, what we say, red flags, let's say. For example, if you're scoring below 60% graduation in India, you might not be getting the admission to top colleges, even if you have scored significantly well. Is it the same there? Run us through your profile and tell us a bit about it.
So first I'll tell you a bit about my profile. I'm an engineer from a decent institute in India. My CGPA was above 9. I don't remember how much it was. 10th, 12th, 10th CGPA 10. 12th I was the second state topper, Himachal. 96.6%.
I'm feeling the pressure, yeah.
So, but all this matters for an Indian B school. It doesn't hold a lot of significance for an international B school.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Your story and your motivation matter a lot more than just numbers. So, of course, academics is a part of the evaluation criteria, but it's not something that will put you down. As long as there's a story to justify, or you've done something, maybe you were chief of staff for some startup with a very small experience, or you were doing NGO activities, or you. So it's more about what you did, why you did it, how does MBA come into picture, and what do you want to do next. So everything should flow naturally. If you
Okay.
can justify then it's an easy play.
So I can boil it down to two things: the quality of work you have done, how did that drive you to do MBA, and what are you going to add to that particular college or drive from it and bring more to your life through that. I think that should be more connecting line.
I think it's more about telling the story
telling
than
the story.
actually doing a lot. It's more like if you can tell your story in a way that's convincing to others, that matters more than what exactly you did. You don't have to get to the nitty-gritties of it.
So basically, let's assume that मेरे 12th में 63% है मान लो, 10th में let's say I have 75%, graduation I have let's say 65-70%. I'm an engineer from a very okay college, right? But now I have a 6-7 years of work ex, right? Now today I decide कि मैं तो MBA करना चाहता हूँ from a top tier college already, even though I have done my MBA in the past. So do you think that this profile and if a good score can land me to a top college?
Yeah, for sure. In the sense that you'll definitely have to double down on your GRE or GMAT because they'll need to see that you are capable enough. So even if you say you've achieved one spike in any of those exams, that's good enough. That's a tick mark. And then you will have 6 to 7 years of work ex. That's one of the major green flags for the admission committee. Because in India, the average work ex is 2 years, but there it's more like 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
And if you have any international work ex, that's
That's a plus.
yes.
If I'm targeting the MBA from, let's say, HEC, IESE, right? What are the exams I'm looking at as an opportunity? GRE, GMAT, I think. And when we talk about the score range, what was the minimum score you saw for any of these exams in the college? And how was it?
So for ESA or HEC, both work, GRE or GMAT. But if you're applying to any other B school, I would recommend checking their website.
Okay.
Because until a few years back, there were some schools only accepted GMAT.
Okay.
Now more or less every school accepts both, but it's worth checking it on the website. As for the lowest score, GRE, I don't remember. But for GMAT, I've seen some extraordinary profiles.
Okay.
With scores around the ballpark of 600.
Okay.
But their profiles were like one in, I don't know, thousands.
Okay. So amazing, very amazing, outstanding profiles.
Very unique profiles.
Very unique profiles. And then it somehow overshadowed the score.
Yeah.
So basically it made up for that.
Yeah. I mean, you have to shine in one or two brackets of the process.
All right. So when we talk about the 2 years of MBA journey, कैसा exposure था, कैसा experience था? I saw through your stories you were traveling to a lot of countries. I was so jealous all the time. So was the entire journey like this? Pressure था, कब था, when it transitioned? Tell us everything about it.
So I did travel a lot. I covered almost 20 countries in 2 years. So that's like the biggest pro of European MBA.
Okay.
And pressure बहुत different था at different stages of the MBA. First term, which is like September to December, is the most intense.
Okay.
Primarily because you're moving to a new country and then you, after years of working, now you have no job, so no incoming money and only spending, that too in euros, not in INR. There's 3 classes a day, so 3 cases a day. So you have to prepare all 3 cases and each case is like 20-25 pages.
Okay.
And your grading in classes is based on how you participate based on those cases.
Okay.
So it's a group discussion more or less.
Got it.
So there was no time. And to top it up, there was consulting. Interviews happen in January. So the applications go in November. So all of it is going parallel. And you have to network your way to those jobs because the campus recruitment, the standard campus recruitment doesn't happen.
Oh.
You have to cook your own food because Barcelona is predominantly non-vegetarian and I'm a vegetarian. And you can't take cabs, only public transport because you're a student and you don't have the money.
Okay.
But then I got my first internship at BCG.
Okay.
So that took down the pressure quite a bit. That's where I started living my life and the trips started.
Okay.
And then I did my internship, which was super intense, 3 months in Dubai. The most intense thing I've done in my life. Again, then I got a job, full-time job in McKinsey. Again, the pressure went down.
Okay.
And again, I was traveling.
All right. It was all fun.
Fun. So it's more like work hard, play hard.
Shreya, you were in Barcelona. one of the biggest cities in the world when it comes to the football. I am assuming that you are not a football fan, आपने बताया था कभी, but did you get a chance to go and watch a match? How was the experience on match days?
So one, I'm not a fan, and two, Camp Nou was under construction all these 2 years.
Yeah.
And three, the tickets are very expensive. So since I'm not a fan, I didn't prefer paying that sort of money to
Got
watch
it.
a match. But the city has this whole vibe.
Okay.
They celebrate every win. The recent May win, the entire city closed down for half a day, and there were citywide processions celebrating the team.
Okay.
So they do celebrate when they win.
And did you enjoy that vibe around you?
Yeah. It was amazing. I mean, it's more like in India there's cricket, in Barcelona there's football.
All right. Shreya, what do you think the impact of AI has been on the job market, and do you think it is there to stay? What we should do right now, or aspirants should do in order to, overcome that or hedge that?
So I come from tech. So when I was exiting my tech job, AI had just entered, and I could see people using AI to write the codes also. So it was automating a lot of things. And even at B schools, a lot of cases that you go through, you don't have to actually read them. You can just put them through AI, get a summary, and you'll be done. And the same thing is happening in corporate also. Earlier, if you had to read 20 pages, it would take you, 1 hour. Now it's a matter of 5 minutes. So that's the impact. AI is cutting off all the redundant jobs. So it is there to stay. It's the next big thing that has happened in the industry. So I would say as close to AI as you can be, better it is for your career trajectory.
All right. Shreya, if we have to compare the exams, what do you think is the more tougher choice, CAT or GRE?
Definitely CAT.
CAT is tougher.
One, the level of questions that are there, on an average, it's tougher. And secondly, the pressure that comes because it happens once a year, that just increases the level of difficulty. With GRE, you can keep doing it every 21 days. Of course, it's more expensive, but at least that time pressure gets out of the window.
And you have more chances to succeed. Shreya, you will be joining one of the biggest consultancies across the world. Let's say that I am a graduate right now. मैं अभी मैंने BCom पास करी है, या मैं थर्ड ईयर में हूँ, let's say पास करने वाला हूँ, and मेरा सपना है कि I want to work in the consultancy sector. So what should be my roadmap? Some people say कि आप ये कोर्स कर लो, some people say वो कोर्स कर लो. Tell me about it.
So assuming you are a fresh graduate, you'll be joining an ABC job. Could be commerce, could be finance, could be engineering, could be doctor. Doesn't matter what your job is or what your role is. Just make sure what you do it well.
Okay.
And let's say you're an engineer and you're doing some, code work. Just know why you're doing it. Have a bird's eye view of how your work fits into the bigger picture of the organization. So I would say be curious when you're doing something. And secondly, you have to be in those colleges that give you those opportunities, because these big firms, big consulting firms, they have a list of top tier colleges that they recruit from. And the easiest way to get there is through an internship that converts it into a full-time offer. Yes, these two things.
All right. So when they say that आप ये कोर्स कर लो, आप Microsoft Excel का कोर्स तो कर ही लो, ये तो कर ही लो, do you think these courses, I understand that these courses will build your profile, they will help you land a good MBA college, but क्या ये courses कुछ basis prerequisite होते हैं consultancy में जाने के लिए?
No. So when you start your work in a consulting job, the initial 2-3 weeks are when they give you all these trainings. I mean, it's helpful when you do the job, but it's not helpful to get you the job.
All right. So basically knowledge है तो आपके नौकरी आसान हो जाएगी, but नौकरी पाने के लिए you have to be good at what you are doing currently. Got it. And let's say that you're a recruiter, you have to recruit a consultant, right? What are the top qualities you will be looking at?
So firstly, I would look at the college, of course, where they're coming from, because half of the resumes don't even make out of the stack if you're not from the target college. Second, I would say there should be peaks on your resume. Could be academic peaks, or could be peaks in terms of
extracurriculars,
curriculars that you do, or could be brand names on your resume. And third would be the quality of work that you've done. So let's say you've 2-3 years of work X and you were at a startup where you led, let's say, the marketing wing of it. So that shows that you have the drive and the initiative. So that's just a quality that stands out. So the quality of work matters.
And one last follow-up question of this, that you were a graduate from Peck College, right? So now once you are at the college, right, and you are applying for consultancy, and let's say there are some other people who are applying for a similar job, कहाँ से आपने ग्रेजुएशन करी है, वो चीज़ भी मैटर करेगी उस वक्त भी, आफ्टर बीइंग इन द कॉलेज, या वो अब आपका पास्ट है, व्हाट यू आर डूइंग इन द कॉलेज मैटर्स अ लॉट?
I think it's a level field for everyone who's there in the college. Doesn't matter. I mean, I don't think it matters. I don't know how the situation is in the Indian B schools, but at least outside it doesn't.
All right, cool. And let's say that if there is someone who has given 3 attempts of CAT or 2 attempts of CAT, the person right now is feeling ki I am done, it is not for me. What is that one advice you will give to that person?
Always be forward looking. Just don't lose the sense of why you're doing what you are doing. And how does that fit into that long-term journey. It's not just these 2-3 years. It's what you want to achieve in those 20 years. If you feel like you can do it some other way, then go that way. But if you feel like this is the only way, then just get your head down and do it again.
Cool. When we talk about the MBA from top tier colleges in the world, India mein hi the fees of top tier colleges is around 30 lakh. So what was the fees of your college? What kind of scholarships do people get? How do they get those scholarships? Is there any particular thing they should get those scholarships? Walk me through it.
Where I studied IESE, the scholarship was 30% and the fees was close to 1 CR. And what I got as a scholarship, I would say it's more than above the median. I would say the maximum that I would have heard of is 40 to 50%.
Maximum scholarship.
Yeah.
Right.
And in terms of ROI, for me, it covers it. But it depends on the location where you'll be recruiting at. If you're, let's say, going to Europe, the salaries will be lesser. But again, you're living in Europe and you have a good work-life balance and you are living in the West, so a lot more opportunities open up for you. And if you're going to the US, then again, it's the biggest market that you can target and the ROI will justify there. So it's a mix of where you want to be, what sort of roles are you looking for, is it a single jump, double jump or a triple jump? All these factors come into play, but I would say MBA is not a short-term degree. It's a long-term degree. So a lot of people take a hit early on because it gets you in that path that is close to where you want to be in 20 years.
Got it. What are the criteria for these scholarships?
So the scholarship criteria, so I think I wrote a scholarship essay. So you have to justify why you can't pay your fees by yourself. And there's always this factor that you have to be academically better than other people who are applying for that scholarship. So even if you get accepted, doesn't mean you'll get a scholarship. You'll have to be on the upper percentile of the admits. And there's different kinds of scholarships. I got Forte Women's Scholarship. There's Academic Excellence Scholarship. I think there's a lot of them.
I think a lot of colleges have a lot of tie-ups in different type of scholarships that are offered. So if we are targeting a particular college, we will have to investigate and deep dive that what kind of scholarship do they offer and what are the basis of it.
And some scholarships, some companies in India also they give you. For instance, I remember there was a scholarship for LBS that I think Aditya Birla sponsors. So there's a lot of these tie-ups that they'll have to get into these details on a college level. Or even on a country level. Some countries are sponsored for a scholarship, some are not.
Shreya, how was your experience at Quantifiers from A to Z? Walk us through it.
So for every coaching institute, there are 2 bits. One is the mentorship bit and the second is academic support, of course. And I feel like Quantifiers stands out in both of them. For me personally, more on the mentorship side because even after my 2 CAT attempts and when I decided I didn't want to go ahead with it, the first call was to Sahil sir. And even when I graduated from college, my first call was to Sahil sir that now it finishes off the MBA journey after so many years. So the kind of connect that happens with the mentors here, it's just phenomenal. I don't think there's other places because I did try out different institutes, so
Okay.
I can tell this first-handedly. And the academic support, I really liked it because it was flexible and I was working. So even if I was not able to attend those classes, I would always have those video recordings and I could just paste it on my own schedule. And there's test series also. There's everything available online, and any support in terms of doubts, you can always just... Sahil sir is basically one message away.
All right. Thanks, Shreya. It has been wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'll put your LinkedIn in the YouTube description and everywhere so that people can reach out and bug you as much as they can. Right? And you have been wonderful. And if there will be anything, Madhada, we will disturb you again.
No problem. Anytime, sir.
Sure.
Thank you for
Done.
having
All
me.
right.